good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out 10 wrestlers who perform Chokeslam better than The Undertaker, Kane, and The Big Show. This video is about WrestleMania. Certain superstars that perform the Chokeslam better than Undertaker, Kane, and Big Show would have to be Abyss. The Hurricane got an underrated Chokeslam. Baron Corbin got a Chokeslam, his arsenal. Who else got a Chokeslam? Damn, I can't think of nobody else right now until I see this video. So we about to see who WrestleMania has on this list. We're on the road to 2K subscribers, so let's go.
Slam is one of the most popular finishing moves in all of pro wrestling. Talents such as The Undertaker and Kane have made the move famous, but there are some other superstars who have used the move during their careers that have been able to deliver an even better chokeslam than the Brothers of Destruction. But which ones were they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 wrestlers who performed the chokeslam better than The Undertaker, Kane, and even The Big Show. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out WrestleMania.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible.
Number 10.
Number 10, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman used two different chokeslams during his time in WWE. One of the chokeslams he used was a standard chokeslam, and whilst this was great, it really didn't stand out. However, Strowman used a reverse chokeslam that looked absolutely devastating. This would see Strowman deadlift his opponent from behind just to drop them flat onto the ground. This was at one stage used as an alternative finisher for Strowman, but it was later relegated and used as a signature move. It was a shame that WWE didn't feel that this was the correct move for him, as it was far superior to his running power slam, which was insanely generic and had little to no impact. Number 9, Damian Priest. A former US champion, Damian Priest has a vast array of moves in his arsenal, but perhaps the most impressive is his chokeslam, which he delivers on the ring apron. The ring apron is notably the hardest part of the ring, and delivering a chokeslam onto this area looks brutal upon execution. But Priest doesn't use the move for every single match, he saves it for the big matches, which is the right call as the move looks fantastic and should be saved for special occasions. Priest also likes to use a standard chokeslam in his matches, and during the 2021 Raw match with Sheamus, Priest delivered the move as Sheamus was perched on the top rope, and it looked incredible. Number 8,
it was like a sit-out chokeslam.
Whilst technically this is a WCW star, when the hell else are we going to mention this guy? He initially debuted as a bodyguard, but being almost 7 feet tall, WCW decided to push him as a single star. The Wall would use a chokeslam for his finisher, and due to his size, it looked fantastic upon delivery. The Wall at one stage would even perform the move on Crowbar off the stage, which certainly showed WCW fans that The Wall was going to perform the move at any chance he could get. Unfortunately, The Wall passed away in 2003, which was a massive shame, as he had a ton of potential, but he'll always be remembered for chokeslamming his opponents with ferocity. Number 7, Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong is widely regarded as one of the greatest female talents in TNA history. Her in-ring work and storytelling capabilities were tremendous. Gail Kim deserves a ton of credit for taking women's wrestling to the mainstream. Kong would use a devastating chokeslam in her arsenal, but it somehow wasn't her finishing move. For her finishing moves, Kong would usually use the Implant Buster or the Awesome Bomb, but nevertheless the chokeslam made for a fantastic signature move. A female wrestler using a chokeslam is rare, as it's usually unfairly reserved for the male stars, but this was never going to stop Kong from using the move. Number 6, Vader. WWE Hall of Famer Vader obtained a reputation for being rather stiff in the ring with his moveset, and his delivery of the chokeslam was no exception. Vader would deliver the chokeslam as if he was actually choking his opponent. Vader would barely support the opponent in the air, and most of the time his opponent would land awkwardly and sometimes even on their head. It's up for debate in terms of this is a great chokeslam. It's no doubt kind of reckless.
One of the most dangerous ones, I'll say that.
And it looks like it legitimately hurts opponents. Number 5, Sid. Now, in terms of the greatest big man in pro wrestling, Sid was certainly up there during the 90s. He had a great presence on screen, and whilst he wasn't the most technical wrestler in the world, he had a decent moveset and was able to have memorable matches. Sid would win the world title in both WWE and WCW retrospectively, and it was clear that Sid was a solid main eventer, whether this was being a heel or as a babyface. Sid would predominantly use the powerbomb as his finishing move, and he would even label himself as the master of the powerbomb. But Sid would also use the chokeslam as an alternative finishing move. Sid's version of the chokeslam stood out, as Sid traditionally delivered the move one-handed. This put the onus on the opponent taking the move to make the chokeslam look good, and if Sid was wrestling someone who was great at taking bumps, the move's impact would be taken to a whole new level.
Damn.
Number 4, the Great Khali.
Great Khali used to use a two-handed chokeslam.
Khali received a huge push straight away in WWE. He would have his first feud with The Undertaker, and this was a clear sign that WWE expected big things out of their 7-foot-tall star. They would even book Khali to defeat The Undertaker at the Judgment Day pay-per-view in 2006 in a move that nobody saw coming. The issue was that Khali's in-ring work wasn't up to par. During the Ruthless Aggression era, it was important that talent on the roster were able to have long, compelling matches, but Khali was rather limited in this aspect. Khali did, however, use a chokeslam in his moveset, and he would use a traditional chokeslam which usually looked impressive, mainly because of Khali's size and stature, but he also used a variation of the chokeslam as a finishing move. Khali would use a move known as the Punjabi Plunge, and this would see Khali deliver a two-handed chokeslam, and with Khali usually wrestling WWE superstars who were much smaller than him, it always looked great. Number 3, Abyss. A TNA legend, Abyss made a career out of being one of the easiest wrestlers to work with. Abyss's in-ring work always delivered, and this allowed Abyss to have fantastic matches with the likes of Sting, AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle. It made logical sense for Abyss to use a chokeslam in his moveset, and his chokeslam always received a great reaction from the crowd.
Ooh.
Due to his gimmick and character, he was also prone to delivering the move on thumbtacks and tables, which is always a sight to behold.
Janice.
It was a shame that Abyss didn't use the chokeslam as a finishing move,
over there.
instead he would opt to use the Black Hole Slam, which is an accelerated spinning side slam.
Abyss is definitely underrated. I feel like he should have won the TNA Championship, the World Championship.
Slam as his finishing move. Number 2, Baron Corbin. Now, although Baron Corbin gets a lot of criticism from fans for being boring, he has one of the strongest movesets in the entire WWE. Corbin's finisher, the End of Days, looks awesome, and it's also one of the most protected finishers in recent memory. Corbin's moveset has a ton of signature moves, including a variation of a chokeslam, which is completely unique. Instead of a traditional chokeslam, Corbin performs the move by dropping his opponent onto his knee. This is known as the chokeslam backbreaker, and it's a move that Corbin has used since his early days in NXT. It's always appreciated when a superstar tries to modify a move to make it stand out, and Corbin has certainly achieved that with his chokeslam variation. And number 1, the Hurricane. The chokeslam being used by a smaller talent such as a
I'm glad he put somebody that I
but in 2001, the Hurricane began to use the move. To his credit, his version of the move is without a doubt one of the best.
It's entertaining as hell.
For his superhero persona. The former European champion would discuss the origins of his chokeslam during a 2021 interview with Talking Sass. He stated,
"It started with the Big Show, and here's why. I think I've told the story a few times, but it's been a while. Johnny Ace was the agent for that match. And he wanted Paul to gorilla press me, Big Show Paul, throw me, and like I land on the top rope on my feet. And I was going, what? Like I wasn't sure I could do that. I'm pretty positive I can. And I was just like, Johnny, wherever he throws me, I'm going to land. I can't really fly. That's just a gimmick. Wherever he throws me, I'm going. And so I'm trying to get out of doing that spot. So I know that Big Show's going to gorilla press me. I said, what if I drop behind and I try to choke slam him? And I only came up with that because I didn't want to get thrown on that damn turnbuckle. And then Big Show, like, if Big Show wouldn't have liked the idea, it wouldn't have even happened. Right. If you go back and watch that first time, Big Show's selling of it is what made it, because I grabbed him and he was just like, what the hell is this little motherfucker doing? Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, sure, it's the internet.
And so I grabbed him, and then he even let me throw the arm over, and he lets his arm flop over like a fish, and his just expression is what gets it over.
But there you have it, folks. 10 wrestlers who perform chokeslams better than The Undertaker, Kane, and The Big Show.
Alright, y'all, great video, man. I did not know that it happened like that with the Hurricane doing the chokeslam. I feel like he definitely had one of the best chokeslams, one of the most entertaining chokeslams. And the way The Rock had sold it in 2003 during that match on Raw was just like, it took it to new heights and got the Hurricane even more open with the crowd, man. So overall, man, let me know what y'all thought of my reaction to this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.